Hello, my name is Victor Navarro, and I was doing OSHA's respiratory protection. Personal safety is critical, not just for one being, but for the whole team. And every worker has a right to a safe working environment. And the point of respiratory protection, the regulation states in the control of those occupational diseases caused by breathing air contaminated with harmful dust, fogs, fumes, mists, gases, sprays, smokes, or vapors. So the primary objective of this standard is to prevent atmospheric contamination. A respirator works in two parts. One actually keeps particles out of the respirator, and the air purifying respirators, which filter out harmful gases and fumes from coming in. So there's respirators work in those two different ways, and employers need to be aware of the difference in respirators so they can label them and put them into different sections. That way one is not misused or accidentally taken to a wrong occasion or situation, because a respirator in which filters airborne particles will not filter out those harmful gases and fumes. So those gases and fumes are still able to go in through the respirator, and that respirator won't do the job of another one. Um, Respirators need to go through procedures and standards to be cleaned, disinfected, and checked to make sure they do provide adequate air quality, and as well to educate workers on respirators so they know which one they are using and they don't just go and grab something because it looks like it's the one to grab. OSHA's compliance also states that the employer must develop and implement a written respiratory protection with required worksite specific procedures and elements for respirator use. And the program must also be administered by a suitably trained program administrator. So this ensures that the policy and the procedure is designed, and it helps maintain the workers and keeps them doing what they need to be doing, so that the whole plan can go and be executed as planned for. And it is watched by a trained supervisor, so somebody who knows the OSHA compliance back and forth, and they're able to train and easily maneuver the workers and make sure everything is up to par safety wise, and to make sure that those workers are not falling and doing things that are not safe. The respirator is to be given to any and every employee without a fee on request, and the employer has to ensure personal safety from any possible contamination in the air. So when this is done, the employee can know that they are being taken care of, they are being handled, that they are being cared for. Aside from that, employers should educate their workers so that their workers know how to clean them. They know what to do if a respirator is damaged on the work site. If they need to go and grab another one, they grab the correct one. They don't end up making the same mistake and grabbing one that is faulty. Respirators should also be kept in an emergency section in case there's a defect with it. This respirator should be labeled with the tag of the most recent inspection reports, and respirators that need repairs should be put on aside and repaired so that they are not put in with the other respirators and labeled and fail on an employee. If a respirator is not cleaned, if it's not decontaminated, it will still contain those gases and could possibly cause lung damage or another hazard for the employee using that. Um, when the program is written out and administered by someone suitably trained for it, that person can also go through the plan and make sure that the employer has done everything that he needs to do on his half to ensure the safety for these employees. These employees are working on different construction sites. Some may work with some metals, some may work with some woods, and if the the respirator does not work, then they will be open and more liable to receive those harmful gases and harmful fumes that could come in and possibly cause lung damage, cancer, possibly tuberculosis, possibly other diseases that could go on and lead to death in the near future. And thank you.